Arizona's undefeated start to the season came to an end yesterday in a 82-78 loss to number 9 Kansas at Allen Fieldhouse. The Jayhawks handed the Wildcats their first loss of the campaign, despite Darren Peterson not playing for Kansas. With the loss, only one undefeated team remains in Division I college basketball, with that being Miami of Ohio, who have an overall record of 24-0. Nebraska softball went 3-2 overall this past weekend at the UTSA Invitational. The Huskers collected wins over Washington, UTSA, and top-ranked Texas over the weekend in San Antonio. Up next, Nebraska will travel to Clearwater, Florida for the Shriners Children's Clearwater Invitational next weekend. The Huskers will open the tournament at 9 a.m. Central Time against number 16 LSU on Thursday, February 12th. The game will be televised on ESPN2. In the college football world, North Dakota State University announced it has accepted an invitation to join the Mountain West Conference as an affiliate member for football, competing at the Football Bowl subdivision level beginning in the fall of 2026. The Bison will join the Mountain West football lineup consisting of Northern Illinois, UTEP, Air Force, Hawaii, Nevada, New Mexico, San Jose State, UNLV, and Wyoming for the 2026 college football season. And for all the latest sports news and updates, keep it tuned right here at 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome in. Apologies, because we went to overtime between Nebraska basketball, number 7 Nebraska basketball, number 13 Purdue. So I'm going to fill time until we know for sure that the game's going to come over. But unfortunate news, Rink Mast just fouled out. And I'll be honest, that last foul I thought was pretty questionable. I'm not going to complain about the refs too much. To be fair, they've been letting them play pretty physical on both sides. And that was a couple of calls against Rink Mast, to be honest, that I think were bad. So unfortunate for him, he's fouled out with 8 points. But in all reality, I think he should have had only 3 fouls. But nonetheless, you credit this Husker basketball team for battling, and this game's not over yet. So I'm just kind of shocked and awe right now. I just got done with serving volley with Nebraska volleyball associate head coach Jalen Reyes, and we're talking about it off air. I had the TV on, and my eyes were, I went from frowning to joy to frowning to joy. Nobody had this style of game going on right now. If you looked in that first half, Nebraska was losing in just about every metric, from the 3-point shot accuracy to just your overall field goal percentage to missing free throws to turning the ball over. The assist to turnover ratio was awful on our end, and it was great for Purdue. And all of a sudden you get to the second half, and I think it was like a 25-2 run that Nebraska went on to try and close this thing out. And they got to, they managed to pull it off. And then at the very end there, in regular time, we get the missed free throws that we desperately needed. And Rink Mast gets a layup, gets the foul, 68-68, misses the free throw. And then, of course, Smith on the other end for Purdue misses the shot to send it into overtime. One free throw away from closing this thing out. Really just a gutsy performance from this Nebraska basketball team. It's going to be a little bit of a double-edged sword talking about this game, because there's going to be so many areas where it's like, man, if we just would have done this, not only do we win this game, we probably do so not in a dominant fashion, but a comfortable fashion. And instead, we're sitting here still in overtime, which is a great game. Don't get me wrong, but just unreal the way this one's gone back and forth. 75-72, 3 minutes to go in overtime. If you guys want to join in, 402-464-5685. And, you know, y'all looking at this Purdue team, you kind of felt they were going to be desperate, or at least really wanting this win. I know they only have 4 losses on the year, but the 3 Big Ten losses, I think, have kind of caught them in a little bit of a stir where for Purdue, it's just not anticipated. There's a lot of people thinking these were going to be the front runners, or if not, pretty clearly the front runners. And guys like Braden Smith being players of the year, and it just hasn't been as elite as maybe people expected, but they're still an incredibly good team. But like I said, I think those Big Ten losses kind of stirred in a monster. And I'll tell you what, this game might go into double overtime the way these two teams keep battling it out right now. 2 minutes to go, 75 each. We'll have the post-game show. It'll be myself filling, and then Austin Orman at some point, I'm sure, will join me when that press conference gets over. But who knows? It could be a pretty long press conference, depending on the way this one might end up. And if you guys are at the game, I can't wait for the people to hit the ride home and see the texters inside that arena on what was like. Because this game, like I said, I don't know what the ESPN odds are when they show those percentage of winning the game. I should look it up right now, and for everyone who is watching the stream, just so we can see how insane the game flow has been. Because, like I said, so the game flow, and again, this is ESPN's game flow that I'm looking at here, and the win probability early in the first half was 81%, and it stayed all the way up in the upper 90s, and it peaked at 99.4%. Purdue was predicted to win the game. And in just the last few minutes, Nebraska came storming all the way back, and now is actually anticipated to win the ball game. I'll just give you some of the scores right now. Who's keeping this thing alive? Like I said, Rink Mast fouled out, but we do still have some other key contributors in there, hence why Nebraska is able to hold on to this lead in overtime. But Burke Berukengel currently has 5. Price Sanford, he's 4 for 12. Rink Mast finished with 18 points. Like I said, he fouled out, unfortunately, but a really good game from him. He seems to always play well against Purdue. He is currently 6 for 13. He is 4 for 7 from 3, which you love, because if everyone who's kind of been following along the Nebraska basketball season, when he's got his 3-point shot going, this team becomes a different type of animal to try to stop and slow down. So what he's able to do, stretch that floor out. You saw it a lot in that second half. It's paid a ton of dividends to allowing this offense to really start thriving. He also gave 7 assists and 6 rebounds and 0 turnovers on the day. Jamarcus Lawrence in there. He's got 16. He's been efficient, 6 of 9, 2 of 3 from the 3-point line. Sam Hoiberg's got 8 points. He's 2 of 6. He's also got 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal, 1 turnover. And then off the bench, we got 7 from Frager, 2 from Garcia, and then 6 from Cale Jacobson. Cale Jacobson, he's only played 14 minutes, but he's 2 of 3 from the floor, and actually 2 of 2 from the 3-point line. Nebraska's shooting 39% from 3 as a team right now, which is incredible because they were 25% going into that first half. They were 4 of 16, a pretty ice cold 25%. And when I say ice cold, we're not even talking about in and out. I mean, a lot of these shots were just off, hitting the back iron or, sometimes even just a straight up air ball. But they brought it all the way back almost to 40%. On the flip side, Purdue, who was red hot, they were close to 40% from the 3-point line. They've simmered down since that second half and into this overtime. They are now 30%, shooting 13 of 43. Heard that right. They've taken 43 threes so far in the night, and a lot of it, in our favor, because if Purdue wanted to keep playing with their bigs inside, I think they probably could have coasted to this game, make Nebraska really try to play physical, body up, risk getting into fouls. Instead, they just kept opting to shoot the 3-point ball, despite having a pretty significant size advantage. And especially when you look at the tape of teams who have beaten Nebraska before. It's been Michigan, it's been Illinois, teams with that pretty exceptional height advantage that we've struggled against. And you have a team like Purdue, who's definitely got the size to battle versus Nebraska. And they had the lead. They were up by a significant margin. I should check what their biggest lead was real quickly to make this point. So they had a 22-point lead. And in that second half, they opted to just keep Aaron a bunch of 3-point shots, which was incredibly surprising because, again, you muck that game up. I think Purdue coasts pretty comfortably to a win. The game's not over. 77-75 with under a minute to go. But then taking a bunch of 3-point shots and bricking and missing over and over again had just completely opened up the door. And on the other side, free throws. Matt Painter's got to be losing his mind as their head coach right now. They had opportunities to also lock this game down themselves. I know I mentioned at the beginning, Rink Mast missed a free throw at the end there that if he would have made it, hypothetically, Nebraska would have won the game since Braden Smith missed his last shot at the buzzer. But at the same time, you look at Purdue on their end, and they had multiple opportunities to close out the game. and they've been in bonus, and they're missing the first shot, and they get the double bonus, and they miss not one but 2 3-point shots. So it's just been an incredible battle. There's 10 seconds left here. I'm not going to try to broadcast the game, but with that being said, I'm going to throw it to break real shortly here, I think. And Purdue got the bucket. They now lead it with 5 seconds to go and a free throw. I'm going to throw it to break on the other side. Hopefully we're not looking at another overtime. We're talking about a Husker win. Worst case scenario, we're talking about a Purdue win. But we'll be here nonetheless. Myself, Husker Hoops postgame show will be coming up shortly unless this thing unravels into another overtime. So with that being said, I'm going to throw it to break here. Don't go anywhere. It should be an electric postgame show regardless of what happens at the end of this one. But we're all hoping for a Husker win right here, 93.7 Ticket, ticketfm.com.
There are so many realtors in Lincoln and Omaha, but don't get overwhelmed by all the no-names, plus all the different companies. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Real Estate is your go-to option, whether buying or selling residential, luxury, leasing, investment properties, or commercial property, small or large. Ben's team offers decades of experience, unbeatable customer service, and promises to fully protect your interests throughout the entire transaction. Call 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate.
Gentlemen, are you ready for something beyond the ordinary haircut? At Scissors and Scotch Lincoln, they blend your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. Sink into a comfy chair, unwind with a complimentary drink, and let their master barbers handle the rest. It's not just grooming, it's an experience. Whether you're prepping for a big meeting, needing to get cleaned up before family comes to town, or just need a little time to yourself, Scissors and Scotch Lincoln delivers sharp style every time. Book now at Scissors and Scotch in Lincoln, just south of 30th and Yankee Hill Road.
Have you been looking for home technology upgrades but don't know where to turn? Online information can be contradicting and confusing. Lincoln's own experts at Diode Technologies can turn your living room into the place to watch your favorite sports. Whatever your vision is, Diode Tech is ready to make it a reality. From home theaters to outdoor entertainment spaces, they bring you along through the entire process to make sure you get exactly what you want. If you're ready to upgrade your entertainment space, visit Diode Tech online at diodetech.net or give them a call at 402-793-5124.
It's the two-fingered wave on a gravel road. It's letting the kids take dad's truck to prom. It's Friday nights under the lights of a hometown football field. Eustace Body Shop knows small towns. It's where our values are rooted. We treat our people right, and in turn, they treat you, our customer, right. And we give back to our communities. Not much more small town than that. Eustace Body Shop, small town service, big city technology.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and